at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.
Hey everyone, it's Tuesday night again. You know what that means, don't you? It's time to join Mike and Christy for another episode of Where's My Sage? A show hosted by a psychic medium and a guy on a quest to find Bigfoot. Who would have thought? Together, they will take you on all sorts of adventures, and not with lots of different people. Christy even gives readings. It's time to sit back, get up and get ready. You can't sample the universe sitting down. Your hosts are waiting. Come on, let's go!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Where's My Sage? I'm Mike with my wonderful co-host, Christy London. And how are you? What's wrong?
We can't hear you, and for once you're not muted. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Where's My Sage?
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
For some reason, Michael has technical difficulties all of a sudden.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Tonight? Nope, can't hear you. Did you plug it in?
Yep, it's plugged.
You can keep talking, but I can't hear you. You can hear him? Hold on, because my earbuds work just fine a second ago.
Okay.
Michael, say something.
Test 1, 2, 3. And you guys...
I heard the whole introduction in these earbuds, so I don't know why I can't hear you.
I don't know. I can
Hold
hear
on.
you.
All right, technical difficulties. Hold on.
Oh, I didn't mute her, so...
Melodies.
I can hear her fine, so...
Okay, but that's so weird. That was mine. But I listened to the whole intro in these, and then all of a sudden we came on live and I couldn't hear you. What's up with that?
I don't know.
Hi, everybody.
So, folks can hear us. Good evening, all.
Weird. I was even jamming to the intro because I was listening to it.
You're actually listening to my intro? Wow. Hi,
No,
Chanel.
I do the intro, not your intro, mine.
Here, Mary Beth.
Hey, everybody.
So,
all right, you can all hear. I gotcha. I'm deaf. Thank you for the sound check.
wait.
Weird.
Okay, so that means I'll need to bring this device with me this weekend then.
What is that? Your pacemaker?
Yeah, it's not my pacemaker. But now that we know you can't hear, we will plug it into these and listen to you on this. This is a sound amplifier.
Well, you always complain that I yell at you too much. Why would you want to amplify that?
Oh, well, you just said you can't hear, so I'm going to listen to you this time. So welcome to my Where's My Sage.
Why are you going to start now?
I don't know.
I mean, seriously.
So, but everybody else can hear me. So...
I know. Thank you for the sound check, everybody. Hi, Keith. Yeah, I don't know. That was really weird, but I mean...
Yeah, I didn't mute
her.
I try. It doesn't always work.
Yep. All right. Yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah, everybody can hear me fine.
Keep rubbing it in. You got a whole weekend to spend with me, my dear. Yeah. We're going to be busy this weekend. Well, I'm going to be busy this... Yeah, I know, isn't it? Got the invert thing getting along in the back finally. Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait till it's longer again.
So we are going to be busy this weekend. So, first of all, I'm Mike. This is Christy. So now that we're working as a team and a unit, and our program is working and our software is working.
Yes, but it's our quirks that make us who we are.
Yes.
Or maybe it's your quirks that make us who we are. One of the two.
I don't know. It's gonna be one of those days, I think.
It is.
So
it's already been one of those days. It's okay. Yeah. It's all good. Yes. So lots going on. So how's everybody enjoying this nice weather? Finally. We've had nice weather.
Not everywhere else, but yeah.
Well, yeah. But I mean, Buffalo, even Rochester, your area, we've had really nice weather. I've been walking around without a coat. My windows have been open. It's been great. And now, just in time for Rochester Parafest, it's going to be back in the 30s. I'm like, son of a gun. Really?
It's Rochester, 30 below
Yeah,
one
but that's
day,
Buffalo.
90 the next.
That's Buffalo. Well, yeah, hello. And I'm like, holy cripes, I can't. My sinuses don't know what the hell is going, which way is up right now. It's awful.
Well,
Breed's got a cold or sinus or allergy something. It's horrible. What's up, Brian?
You just never know what you're gonna get. I mean, we are in the Northeast. Things happen. I mean,
weather is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. Sorry.
I hate that movie.
How do you hate Forrest Gump? What is wrong with you?
I actually had a buddy that was an extra in that movie. He went to Savannah College of Art Design when they were filming it, and literally half of his students were down there. But I don't know. Maybe it's just that time. I don't know.
Well, what part was he in? What do you mean? So I have to go back.
Like this student, he just kind of for a 6'6" redheaded guy, he's in the background. So see,
which scene?
I haven't seen it in 20 years. We had 3 inches of rain down south.
Wow.
But it's just, I don't know. It's one of those movies. I mean, the girl's the bad guy, and who knows?
Girls are never the bad guy. Come
Always
on.
the bad guy.
Girls are never the bad guy. You better be careful. You have somebody at home listening that can punish you.
Bad guy.
See, she's letting the dogs bark because you got Molly.
I'm gonna get chewed on by a Doberman today. Yeah. No, that's a shepherd. Let me turn that off.
As far as we like those are our mascots, right? Let Vito ring.
Yes.
No, but seriously, I was thinking about it because
we're a dog-friendly show.
You guys all out there will agree with me, right? Because when it's too nice, especially at the beginning of the season, nobody wants to come in and do something, indoors. They want to go outdoors and enjoy everything and get outside while it's still warm, right? So this weekend, it's only supposed to be like in the 30s, but it's not supposed to be like snow. So it's going to be a Saturday and a Sunday where people are going to be wanting to get out and do something. So am I boring?
You just cursed us.
I didn't curse us. I put it out there. I am manifesting. Get it right. Manifesting. You have to be positive, you pessimist.
I am. I just happen to work and live right around the corner from the event. So, yeah.
And you're just old and crabby and whiny. That's your problem.
Could be. But, we just, the theme of our evening tonight is what's in our bag of stuff in, for investigative bag. But we're going to go back over to us. And we forgot to do the good stuff. So please like, share, subscribe, pass the word along. We have had some events. We have some events coming up.
Yes.
In how energy and stuff works. So we do have Rochester Winter Parafest.
I believe it's just called Rochester Parafest.
Rochester Parafest. Right, we took the winter out not to scare anybody away anymore.
Yes, and because we're doing it later in the or more into spring. Because I think last time it was February or January, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was the end of January because it was right before COVID hit. Oh, that was awful. 3 years ago. Can you believe it? It's crazy, you guys. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, I can't even believe going through all of that. You don't think it's going to end. And it's like, oh my gosh, what are we going through? What's happening day after day after day, especially being stuck in our houses. And then all of a sudden we're 3 years past that now. The whole world shut down. That's insane. Especially in the 21st century. Right?
Yeah, it's just crazy. And I just realized I thought I had to sign in that one, but I didn't. It's on my phone. Yeah. So
for being new. What?
Yes. So Rochester Parafest.
Yes.
Why don't you talk about Rochester Parafest? I don't know if we've got some folks come in. I'm going to get the sign up there.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone was able to make it. Nobody sent me any information. So, but everyone's busy and this is going to be crunch week before they all start coming in from out of town and everything too. So, Rochester Parafest. So this goes for a very special cause. So all the proceeds from my gallery Friday night, from the door fee, which is only $15, the entrance fee, $15, and bring the kids. This is a family-friendly event. There's a gallery reading with Psychic Cindy on Saturday. Same thing. Proceeds go to Veterans Outreach of Rochester. It's an amazing organization and very, very important. So there were a lot of people who come in for this. We have a lot of Naked and Afraid folks. We have Chris DeCesare, Ghost Boy of Geneseo. We have Sam Baltrusis coming in. We have the Duo Demonology coming in. We have Jack and Carly coming in. We have who else?
Kenny Irish. The Reaps.
Kenny Irish,
yep.
Steve Culls will be there. April Bousset, I cannot wait. I met her 2 weeks ago in Pennsylvania, and I gotta tell you, she is the coolest. She just ran. We saw each other. I came walking out of one room, she came walking out of the other, and we were like, "Oh my god!" She's so down to earth, and she's so cool. She's just very Buddy the Bigfoot and Scooby Doo this year. You can take pictures with Scooby-Doo and the Dancing Witches. There's going to be a lot going on. Tons of vendors, different events, lectures. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lecture panel.
Yep. Me, Steve Culls, and Kenny Irish.
And then Cindy and I are going to talk about mediums and the paranormal on Sunday. Yours is on Saturday. Ours is on Sunday. And I'm giving private readings at some points during the day, both days. Don't ask me how I'm going to make that all work. And we're going to be broadcasting at some point. You might be broadcasting by yourself.
Well,
I don't know.
I got my hands full. I'm going to keep spinning things around, and I have no clue why that sign will not come up today.
I don't know. But yeah, so it's going to be a really fun weekend. And again, it's for a really great cause. So, and then we will both be at the VIP event, right? On Saturday night from like 8 to 12. I'm going to be falling asleep. But it's at Raider Lane's Bowling Alley, which is going to be fun. So people are going to be bowling. There's going to be music. We're all going to be there. So VIP, come on down. All of the proceeds are going to go for the I'm going to brain fart. It's been a long day. Veterans Outreach Association. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. The center. Sorry. Same difference.
No. So there's a lot going on with us doing those things.
It's going to be a fun, busy weekend. It's going to be a whirlwind.
And Len says he had Cindy on last week. Cindy's always a lot of fun. We did that live investigation with her and Ted a couple of months ago. Right there at the bowling alley. Actually, we did. Yeah. But we're
good night.
Oak Valley Event Center in Geneseo, which is a very historic town.
Is it Oak Valley or Valley Oak?
You really would have done that to me, didn't you? And I just,
So, Valley Oak.
Valley Oak.
I don't even live there, and I know that.
Drive by it every day. I was going to
say, you look at it at least twice a day, don't you?
Twice a day. At least twice.
At least twice. It's all good. That's okay. I'll be nice to you today. It's been a day for both of us.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, no, he's right. Valley Oak Event Center. And yeah, come on out. It's going to be awesome. My gallery reading and Cindy's gallery reading, though, are going to be at the historic Avon Inn in Avon, New York, which is only 15 minutes away from the event center. So, and they're at night. So Friday, the only event, my gallery kicks off the whole weekend. And then Cindy's is after the event closes for the day on Saturday or thereabouts, close to it. Because I think we go until 8 o'clock, right? Or six or 7 on Saturday. So we open at 9 or 10. So it's going to be a long day.
I'm going into work at 1 a.m, and then we're to whatever. So yeah. We got Cookie Talking UFOs. That's where here it is.
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Now it's working the way I want it to work.
I did download everything into the drive for you, so you should have everything you need there. Just saying.
It's not showing. So
I got it all for you.
Yeah, it's not showing. So
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. So
yeah. So hey, we have somebody new here. Hi, Sam. Sam's Petty Paranormal. Hello, how are you?
Hey.
Thanks for joining. And also, Melinda, sorry, you just did something, didn't you? No.
Yeah, I did, but it's okay.
Yeah, you did. I took over your job because you were busy. See, I gotta do everything around here.
Yep. It's going to be one of those weekends.
My clicker doesn't want to work. There we go. My clicker. I sound like my mother.
So there's the information. March 26th, 9 to 6. The 27th, 9 to 4. Valley Oak Event Center, Lakeville Road in Geneseo. And from the paranormal, we've got a whole bunch of folks that we are great friends with and had on as guests.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Quite a few mediums, quite a few vendors, and Mel
Michelle.
And Chant. Yep.
Yeah, Michelle, the Saratoga medium, right?
Yep. A lot of my former teammates.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Till Christy got stuck with me. So but it's a good time.
You carry my shit. It's all good.
Well, okay. I was trying not to use the banner today.
I was waiting to see how long I was going to take you for that.
Not use the banner
Thank
tonight.
you, Sam. I appreciate it. Hi, Matt. So, all right. So, yes, please come out and join us. Please, even consider donating to the Veterans Outreach of Rochester. If you can't make it, it's really a great cause. They do so much for the veterans, and there are so many veterans that come home that are just kind of left to hang out to dry, and it sucks. So we do everything we can to support them, and we really appreciate it. So, we'll talk more about that.
It's a great family event.
It really is.
But we've been very busy lately. We've had some adventures over the last couple of weeks. You've been on some shows. I've been on some shows. There's a troublemaker that'll be there. Sheila will be there.
One of our favorites.
So leads us on our crazy ghost hunts through the Star Clark Tin Shop. And
you have to get back there. It's been a long time.
Yes, it has.
A long time.
So,
yes.
But so you did the Paranormally Blonde show recently.
We did. That was so much fun. They were awesome.
Different interview. I got to spend time with Matt from Central Florida Bigfoot.
Jealous.
There in Florida.
I'm jealous.
And Max. And Joe and Ron. And they were wonderful hosts down there. And Max Powers, he's got a YouTube channel as well. Those guys were absolutely amazing. And as we got sitting around talking to those guys, gear came up. And that's kind of where we're going with tonight's show. Also, as we prep for the weekend and stuff that, we got to put on the table to show things. But it was a very spiritual week for me while I was in Florida. I know we did a reading show in between, but I had a lot of weird things kind of pop along as we went on. I had a rock bust out the windshield of my car while I was down there. Well, crack it, and Jeep isn't that old. Coming through the swamp, and what do you have in your car? And then on the way back, there was a giant accident in Pennsylvania. 76 cars.
That's
crazy. And I don't know how, except for some crazy twist of the universe, but it literally looked like there was a shield around my Jeep. Because everything around me was either totaled or pretty badly damaged.
I couldn't believe the space you had around you.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of video on YouTube and stuff like that, and just south of Harrisburg, and it was weird. I came over the top of the hill in a complete whiteout in like freezing rain, and it was like there, and it was gone. And how the semi stop, and there was only again, the grace of the universe and whoever and whatever deities you believe in, a couple of broken bones and some minor cuts, and one gentleman hit his steering wheel, but in all that damage, and it was 22 degrees out. But as I started going through my car, because I keep a lot of stuff, as you guys always hear Christy talking about, in
that
my
is an
car.
Understatement of the year.
But how you pack your car is very important. So it really got me thinking about gear and what we're going to do. And again, before we go too far, guys, please like, share, subscribe to our YouTube and Instagram. We're getting really close for those giveaways. Also, please like, share, give us a really good rating on iHeart and the others.
Yes, please.
It helps me do a lot of stuff.
Subscribe.
Yeah. Sheila's been there in my car. There is stuff there.
Oh, you could live out of Mike's car for a week.
Well,
it's awesome.
I downgraded my car for my trip because I did this cool thing, the Auto Train, which is really awesome. If you want to be a tourist and watch out the window and still take your vehicle with you, I mean, that's kind of a cool thing to do, to go from the Northeast to Florida. So it was just, it was a crazy, crazy run. But what is really important, you guys, when you start putting these things together, is make sure you have a designated marked first aid kit. And I don't care if it's a big first aid kit or a little first aid kit, but you need stuff to get through. And these little trauma packs with Quick Clot are very important. Well, they're there.
Sorry, my bad.
But having emergency blankets and all that stuff is so important. It looks like this. There's the little clot sponges, clotting sponges.
Because why not? Who doesn't carry those with them? Well, you're not even in healthcare. That's something that kills me. Like I would have something in there like that in my car before you would. I mean, like the things you think of just blow my mind. But yet, the simplest of things, the most everyday of things, right?
I have to restock this bag, but
yeah.
But the thing was, I've been a recovery diver for years, and we were doing some ice diving before. So I had a bunch of emergency blankets and hand warmers in my car. And when folks get ready to go for your investigations,
good idea.
I am putting some stuff together for this weekend.
Good idea.
But they have these cool little hiking buddies too. These are like a couple of bucks. I'm not giving a name hiking brand or something like that.
Gotcha.
But I got this at one of the box stores. Matt, that is true that the tampons do. And again, that's where people started using those things before they started using some of these Quick Clots and some other things that are out there. But the point is, we go out on these investigations. Folks go out for a quote unquote Bigfoot hunt or pick a paranormal thing where they're going to go into an old haunted house. And nobody thinks about the what if, except for goofy people like me. But having a small first aid kit, I mean, what if you get stung by a bee, or you get bit by, if you like, we were down in Florida with Matt, we get bit by a snake, or Len there in Arkansas. I mean, we've got rattlesnakes here in upstate New York.
We do?
What
the hell?
It might be. Yeah, Sheila, we definitely need Band-Aids. And that was just it. That was the first thing I started going for. And here I am grabbing all the Quick Clot and stuff like that. Where's the little stuff?
Antiseptic, Band-Aids.
Yeah, and again,
burn.
I carry another little bag with me that we're going to go through these sundry things in here. And like, what does this have to do with our investigations? And again, these little first aid kits. You're going to be a speaker at an event. I got my stuff. I reached in my pocket and had a knife open up in my pocket just because it got caught on my keys, and I poked the tip of my finger. As I walked through Whitehall, I was bleeding all over the place. But thank goodness I had one of these little things in the back of the car.
Maybe you should stop going to Whitehall, because every time you go to Whitehall, it seems you have like a issue, more than one issue.
I'm going to be fine. They're gonna cut me open in a couple of weeks, redo my back, and I'm gonna be able to walk better again. So,
thank God you can carry more stuff for me then.
But Sheila's right. The tweezers that come in a little container.
Yep.
The tape to cut yourself. The paracord to tie things up. More of that quick clot. Benadryl. The tapes and a whistle. All important stuff to reach out to those people around you. Now,
baby wipes.
Baby wipes are in there. Actually, dude wipes are what I've got, and they're in the other bin. But these are things people don't think about. You're on those desert roads. You're going to that place. Do you have something to go ahead? Don't grab them snakes by the heads. It'll release the venom. I think you meant to say venom.
Venom, yeah.
Yeah. But, a small pocket knife, be it 1 or 6 different types of fire starter. Like I said, this is called coming out of my bag, little cottons to start fires. And again, we're there.
Yeah, they feel
dude wipes. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, of course it is. It's all in the marketing, right, Sam? It's all in the marketing.
You must make sure you have your toilet paper with you.
Yeah.
And again, why are these things stuff we don't think about when we go on the woods? And if you're going with your teammates, make sure you got the portable toilet in the car. Because sometimes you forget.
Is that too much to ask? I mean, seriously. I mean, if you think about the way we girls have to do things, especially in the woods, give me a break, man.
But, make sure you got a whistle.
Hand sanitizer. Speaking of hand sanitizer. Baby wipes, hand sanitizer. Right? That's important.
A small multi-tool. We're all carrying all this technology. This thing's got all little screwdrivers that you need pretty much to get through.
Why can I just see you you whip that tool out and you're like,
no, that's the other bag.
Oh, is that Matt? Matt does that.
Yeah.
Right, Matt?
Please. I mean, I saw some crazy stuff when I was with those guys. I watched Max Powers cook a gourmet meal.
Cook a 5-course gourmet meal. Yeah.
Pull the candles out. Crack a bottle of wine because we were done with the investigation for the day. I mean, it's all stuff you just go, huh? But it's the fun of being out there. Making sure you have an extra flashlight. This one's actually got a screwdriver in it. That's why that one's unplugged. But extra shoelaces. Again, stuff that's going to make your event more entertaining.
But what you haven't said, though,
complete.
Is extra snacks or in water.
Oh, I haven't got there yet. This.
Wow. It's an EpiPen? What is that?
No. This is a life straw.
Of course it is. The fuck is a life straw?
It's a water purification system.
Wait, I don't even think I knew you even had that. I don't think I've ever. What?
We haven't had to use it yet.
People, when I tell you this man's trunk is like a bottomless abyss, I promise you, I am not joking. I promise you. When he drives somewhere and he opens up and I got to put my bag in the back of his Jeep, I'm like, where the fuck do you want me to put this thing? Oh, here. Moves all this stuff. Here, there you go. Wedges it in there. I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
Now, so make sure you have a little saw. And why do I have these things still attached to these? Because it's paper. It's something I can go ahead and use for fire starter. But this simple little kit of stuff, Christy was worried I didn't have anything to eat. I always have something to eat.
Oh, Mike always has something to eat.
Teriyaki chicken and rice. With that a little extra water that we can use that little thing. And good old New York State, New York, K-Bar makes this cool little spork.
Oh.
Isn't that cute?
Okay. Reminds me of what I used to feed my kids with when they were little.
Yep.
Yeah, Sheila, I agree. That's why I have a mic. He carries everything for
But
me.
it has my knife and the fork, so I can cut my food.
Or
if
your
I need to.
finger, whichever
Or my
you.
finger. Oh yeah,
Yeah, you make me
definitely cut
nervous
finger.
with that stuff.
But again, all this stuff. So the first aid kit, the food, all goes in a little bag here. Put it back together again. And I took my little poncho out of there. But it all goes in this little container. Zips up and it goes. But having something small like that is so important for us when we're getting out that first time. So that, very important. And you know what? You don't have to have teriyaki chicken. Always. I mean, this one's a hearty beef stew. And these don't need to be refrigerated. They just need some water. But having something like this in your... Yes, they are. They are gourmet MREs.
Is there such a thing? That's kind of a...
Yes, there are, actually. Almost meals. Remember when we first got started and I put the cookies and stuff like that?
Yes.
Those were almost meals. And but having something like this in the car, I mean, that was when I called one of my buddies. He's like, "Hey, do you have stuff in the car?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. I mean, I had the other bags out in the car, but I have one of those 10-day or 3-day kits that's got packaged water and some kind of funky meal replacement bar. One of these days, I'm going to eat one."
You haven't tried it yet?
No, that's when you're hungry and you need water. That's when you go ahead and go for that. But again, having the first aid kit, having that stuff, hey, making sure, don't put the teriyaki in my bag. The teriyaki would be yuck. Oh, no, Sheila, the teriyaki is good.
That's right. Your meds.
Yep.
But see, and if you're like me, you're just a basic girl like me, it's granola bars, it's protein bars.
Yes,
it's
jerky,
X
is very important when you're bigfooting or ghost hunting, especially ghost hunting or paranormal investigation.
Thank you, man.
Talking big game, big good stuff.
Oh,
Bug spray, bug wipes.
See, I feel like a mom because I have to carry certain things for Mike too. And I'm like, I think one of my kids saw me open one of my bags one time and like this little pouch thing that I carry with me. And they're like, "Since when do you take that?" I'm like, I don't. It's for Mike. I'm such a mom.
Make sure that you have the bug net.
Oh,
gotta have the bug net. No,
it's a good look on you.
It is a great look on me. Yeah, no, I did not steal somebody's pantyhose.
So and it's fitted. It's fitted.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like
and
it.
I completely forgot this when I got to Florida. So I had to read.
So could you take one of those fitted nets that you put over like food for a picnic and use that too? That's
I probably could. Somewhere around here, I have another one floating around.
All right, very good. Bug spray.
Bug spray, but
it's.
I have 2 of these nets, but you know what? Something simple like this can keep you from ruining your trip.
Oh yeah, just that one night, the first time I went out with you ever. Remember? Yep. We went out with Ryan and I forget the other guy's name, but the bugs in that field that we sat in were just awful, horrible. It was warm and I was zipped up and I was just covered up and blanket and
ponchos.
Oh. Yes.
Little ones, big ones. Very important. You got your gear. Make sure you have something you can put your gear, cover yourself up in your gear. Now, I've pulled this stuff that isn't packing because I have full bags that are just assigned with what's going on. If we're doing a paranormal investigation, I have one bag. If we're going to do, the Bigfoot thing, everything fits in my little teeny tiny backpack. I got the knife on there. I got my little spot for my recorder that goes over here.
All the little loops I have to feed your cord through so you can listen while you're walking.
Glow sticks.
That is a good one. That's a good one.
Important for both sides. Little ones, big ones.
Yes.
There's more of them floating around over here somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure.
Why are the glow sticks important? 2 things. Get yourself 2 color glow sticks. And you don't always have to get the glow stick. Yeah, I need this one too. Next. Oh, there's another bug net here. Gotta keep, like I said, they're there when they're there. Battery packs, multiple battery packs.
You find stuff like I find dryer sheets in my clothes when I go to put them on. You're just like whipping shit out left and right.
But again, when redundancy, so this stuff is all coming out of this bag. So here, there's a different style fire starter. This very important. So why the glow sticks? Right. Duct tape. We don't want to forget the duct tape either. It's in red bags. Oh, no fire. So glow sticks. And 2 different color glow sticks. I try to carry. Mm-hmm. So
this is a good one.
Go back to why, for those that do boating and you got, red and green. Why you see red and green buoys? Red right returning.
We all are, Sam. Trust me.
I get friends I go to before I go to.
Listen, my house. I get first dibs. Okay.
Yeah, but if you're gonna set up your camp or you're gonna walk down a trail, let's say you're gonna do a cemetery, you're gonna do a haunted piece of property where they've got like an old barn out back, you can set those glow sticks up to mark the trail and put green ones on one side, red on the other. So you know where your right is. So when you hear that spooky noise that you don't know what it is because it's your first time in the woods, when you run out of the woods, at least the glow sticks are on the right, and this is on your left. So put that, when you start going in, those glow sticks go on your left. So when you're running out of the woods or away from the property, you know where they are. Now, occasionally, I will carry those red glow sticks as well to mark bad stairs, holes in floors, other things are going to be going. If you're going to run a big event, being able to mark those things off, or I'll carry blue ones to put them in. That way, if you've got a low ceiling, you're not giving off a lot of light. To go ahead and do things. But then if you really want to mess with the kids that you're with, you can get the glowing bugs to put around, but we're not going to go there.
You really have one of those.
I do. I got them to give away and stuff like that and mess with people. But
well, you know what is nice too is, you can give, like if you're on an investigation, especially outside in the dark, you can give like the leaders or the group leaders one color. You can give the guests or the clients another color. It's the same as on a paranormal investigation as well, or the kids, if you have kids with you, so that you always know who you're dealing with, especially if you can't see, who's around or how to look for people. We used to, when I was young, we used to go to Darien Lake for a bunch of years in a row. The whole family would go. My uncle had a company picnic, with the discounted tickets. So everyone took advantage and the whole family would go. And the adults would always wear like the same color t-shirt so that we could always find somebody, and know who was with our group, even if we didn't actually know them. So it was pretty cool.
The other thing with the glow sticks.
Yeah.
If you are doing some of the events and some we've had the glowing wristbands that we've used, the ones that are battery powered and got the strobes, and we've put those on team leaders, so that's one color. But if you put a glow stick or a wristband on, or one of the glow necklaces or glow wristbands, and give those to the kids and give them the red ones or like a pink or something with a low color residue, or signature, not residue, signature. It gives them the comfort of having light in front of them, or even that adult for the first time out, and they're not turning their flashlights on every 5 minutes. So, Matt, remember that in Florida with that crew of guys when you're around Ron, get some, red glow sticks and put some red glow sticks on you guys. It also looks like you're having a rave out in the woods when you're running from whatever you're running from.
Mike would know. Hi, Colette.
Sheila, it would be awesome to go through Happy Valley again. You know,
still tickets.
Let's
do it. I mean,
we'll get some music going. We'll rock it out.
That'd be awesome.
So again, the whistles, even if you go with an older style whistle,
yeah,
there's just so much stuff that. So that's the other teriyaki.
And
my whole bench is just covered with stuff that we're.
I can imagine.
The weekend communication. So, go ahead.
I was going to say, even, with all of that, talking about flashlights and everything, especially on a paranormal investigation, batteries. Oh. Cannot tell you.
Rechargeables?
How many? Yep.
I'm sitting on the rest of them. Well, that's USB, but a battery pack like that. We've got more batteries here. We've got them all over the place.
The air horn.
I don't have an air horn, but Matt carries an air horn. Bill's talking about air horns there, but
yeah.
I prefer bear spray because it works for the 2-legged and the 4-legged type things.
I just prefer you have your gun on you for the 2-legged and the 4-legged. That's always my preference.
That's not always an ability.
I don't think so. They're not going to stop shit. Are you kidding me? Heck no.
Radios.
Yeah.
Communication device. I don't care if it's a little teeny tiny cell phone or if it's this. Make sure you've got some communication. Probably something with a weather band as well.
And as we have found, though, cell phones, I don't care how good they are anymore, how much we pay our bill to make sure we have the cell service. You will find that you will still go places, and the cell service is 0 to none. So the walkies are actually a really good idea to make sure you have a secondary way to communicate.
So, hey guys, if you have any questions or anything like that, just throw them right in. Again, please like, share, subscribe. Oh
God,
just
that
had
sounds
pork
so
roast.
good.
Oh yeah, I haven't eaten yet this evening. That sounds really good. Glenn, I don't know. I might have to ban you for a couple hours after that, But where is that going?
He's our friend now.
No, yep.
If he wasn't before,
pork
he is now.
with gravy, a home snap, green beans. Oh God. Yep. And I was going to make peanut butter jelly rolls, but as Christy said, we pay for cell service. A lot of us depend on GPS. We depend on our cell phones for a lot of stuff to get out there. As Christy and I found out going through the Adirondacks, you
never trust your partner who was on a moose hunt.
Yeah, never trust me on a moose hunt. 3 times we've learned that. 4 times we didn't find any in Michigan either. I'm going to keep driving this year though. Now he's killing me with a little sweet tea.
Oh, one of your favorites.
But that's just, that's a whole nother. I didn't even bring the cooking stuff out for this stuff, Sheila, I did not forget the compass.
Oh, are you new here, Sheila?
But we learned that weekend, with all this the original moose hut to the Adirondacks.
The one you almost didn't live through or come home from?
Yes.
Yeah, that one. Okay, just making sure.
So we started with cell phone service. Now, I should have already realized that we were going to have cell phone issues when I was up there a couple weeks earlier with the guys from Small Town Monsters when we filmed on the Trail of, and we all started using cell phones. And it's true. What carrier, and even with Verizon, but we had Verizon, we had Sprint, we had a couple others. But we lost service, and then we got split from the group. And then I happened to look at Alex and go, doesn't your car have a GPS, like a built-in GPS? And
yeah.
Somebody's throwing things out of order here. Anyway. But carry a map with you. This happens to be a New York State run with all the stuff. Map. It's this thing. It's something we used to read.
Gotcha. It's like a phone book.
Yeah, it is a phone. Yeah, like a phone book.
Yeah, it's like a phone book.
You know,
they don't exist anymore. Yeah, that's.
When we get lost here, and then we get lost here and end up over here, and then have to drive back again. That's a 6 hour. But having that map is so important. Because that weekend was the weekend, again, we're talking about all the cyber crazy stuff right now and energy and everything. That was the weekend that Garmin got hijacked, and we had Christy's GPS. So we didn't even have the ability to use the GPS. So having a good old-fashioned compass, a small, cheap one to throw in a pocket, and a map to where things go. Now,
you have a question, Michael.
I'm coming right back up to the question.
You're all red in the face. So Sam wants to know if you know if Bigfoot tends to stay in one area, because her cousin swears he has saw 2 out while hunting, but it was just that once, and we haven't heard or seen anything since.
So we don't have a definite answer yet. A lot of folks believe in some sort of migration. We're collecting data. There's a great app out there now, and it's Bigfoot Mapping Project. Let's see if I can pull it up on my phone here. So there's PNW Map. There's the Bigfoot Mapping Project, which is right there, which is going to go right to, nobody's going to be able to see here in a minute. But it will show you the sightings across the country, and you can zoom right in on your little section of the world.
Well, isn't that fancy?
And you can look at all the sightings in your area. So, but Squatch Metrics and PNW Maps and the Bigfoot Mapping Project, those guys have been working together quite a bit to put the data down and collect your own. We are going to
Brown nose. One of my favorites. Thank you, Kim.
Evil sister.
We share the same birthday,
Yeah. When's that?
When is
December?
That? Yeah, December, jackass.
I'm at a conference that week. Anyway.
Yeah.
There are thoughts of moving in and out of area, and that's the reason the moving out of the area. Like when we look at Whitehall and the going into the Green Mountains of Vermont. White Mountains of Vermont. Green Mountains. One side or the other, it'll come.
You've been in a lot of mountains.
I've been in a lot of mountains.
You have. You've been.
It's like a 5-minute drive, right or left.
Yeah.
So
pick one.
Oh man.
220, 221.
We're gonna get into the kayak thing, and he really didn't want to go to the kayak thing. He really didn't want to do that. But Matt wanted to bring up dry bags because they're extremely important. Where is it? Where's his little comment? Don't forget dry bags. And now let's discuss kayak gear. Yes, we were going in order because.
Now you asked for it. See what you did?
You need to have a dry bag to put your gear in. Because he asked for it. Why would you need a dry bag? Well, when you're carrying very expensive.
Oh, thank you, Len. Guys are just, that's so sweet. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Carrie.
Yeah. Make her head bigger than it already is. There we go.
Listen, it's the hair. I have very poofy hair.
It took me years to get this ugly and cut my hair this sharp. But when you're carrying expensive cameras, thermal cameras, your wallet, your pictures of your kids, you want to make sure that they stay nice and dry.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah. Because like I said, you just never know what you're going to come along. I don't care if you're just walking along and you got a stream, or it's again one of those nights you're out doing an outdoor investigation, paranormal in the in a cemetery or in a field, and you're worried about where and when you might fall into some water, or if it just starts to rain so you can put your gear in. Yeah. So we're going to take a quick commercial because I have some great kayak footage that we're going to share here. So, and Sheila, yes, an extra set of undies and socks in a dry bag. Yes.
Love you, Sheila.
Socks are always important. I did not bring my dirty socks out to turn around and pull. Oh. They are in the back of the car, but yes, having extra shoes and because you never know when you're going to rip the bottoms out. Matt, picture. It's not a picture. It's full video. So we're going to go to quick commercial.
Okay.
Please like, share, and subscribe. And we have some more gear that we're going to kind of, like I said, it's not the, oh my goodness, we've got the 6 million recorders, this recorder and that recorder. And it's just stuff people don't think about.
Mm-hmm.
It's the masks, oh my God, we went into this dirty house. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to need. So let me pull up the quick little banner here. So we get that rolling across the bottom. And I'm going to throw up, hopefully, where did the video go? There it is. That's the one we're looking for.
You good?
So, yeah, I didn't download it with that new StreamYard thingy. They added more stuff.
Gotcha.
All right. So we're up. Go back up into one. It's almost loaded here. So, oh yes. Technology. Oh, that's even better. All right. Well, it's what we're not going to. After that, we're not doing the commercial. We're going to do this one instead. So hang on, folks, for a quick intermission. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello. This is Christy London here, also known as the Blue-Eyed Empath. I am a medium, a Reiki master, and I am also the co-host of Where's My Sage, a Taste Universe, which is an online show and podcast. I wanted to take a minute to invite you all to join me at a very special event that is near and dear to my heart, the Rochester Parafest. Why is this so important to me? Because it benefits our veterans. All of the proceeds for this event are donated to the Veterans Outreach, which is a very special cause, a very special association, and very near and dear to my heart. So please come out and join us March 25th through the 27th. There will be lots of different vendors. There will be lots of different readers, healers, lectures, shows. Which brings me to a very special invitation that I want to extend. I will also be hosting a gallery reading on March 25th, Friday night at 8 p.m. That will be held at the historic Avon Inn in Avon, New York. It's a stone's throw away from Geneseo. The Valley Oak Event Center is where the main event will take place, but myself and Psychic Cindy will be giving readings at the historic Avon Inn on different nights. So please consider coming out and being a part of our galleries. All of these proceeds will also go to benefit the Veterans Association. We are super excited to have you all there. I will also be giving readings, and we will also be broadcasting live as Where's My Sage with my partner Mike Ann. So I hope you come out and join us. Take care.
We're back again. There we go.
That last part when Teddy said, okay, when you make he said, send it to me. I'll cut it for you. I'll edit it. He was supposed to get that last little part out of there. Cause it was like, I hate doing those as it is. I had like 100 takes trying to do the stupid thing. And then, the take care at the end was just that awkward, weird thing you say when you're like, oh wait, I'm not actually talking to somebody. So I thought he was going to take that out of there and cut it off, but he didn't. So that's fun.
But it's crazy. So when you're out there and you're decide, yeah, we're going to do kayaks, because you never know what kind of footage you're going to get. Let's see if I can bring this up.
We're going right back into it. Gotcha.
Yeah, we're going to go right back into it. It's the way things are, and screens are not cooperating with me where they're supposed to go. What? I said screens are not cooperating with me where they're supposed to go tonight.
That's what you said.
Yeah, screens. There we go.
Because it's a big word.
Yes, operating. Because, like I said, you never know what you're gonna get. And again, you don't want to lose stuff like this great little guy here.
That's a cool.
Because half of the stuff that we're out there to look for. Close, switch screens. That one goes up here. This was our little buddy that we saw, and I think I got a little bit longer, but you want to make sure your gear is nice and protected for when you see somebody like this that just kind of watches you while you're out there. Now, it doesn't always happen that way, because occasionally when you're kayaking, stuff gets a little crazier. And close that one down. And people learn to enter the water a little more appropriately. And yeah, that's where we're going to go.
What do you mean, learn to enter the water more appropriately?
I'm looking for it right now.
Hey, Greg.
So, here it is. Why the screen keeps moving with the other screen, I have no clue. But occasionally, your wonderful hosts will share their wonderful expertise on how to get into a kayak. So, this is why you carry a dry bag. He got me first with my bad side. But if you see, Matt has some very expensive equipment up here on the kayak, and we'll let Matt talk that. But see, there's his dry bag back there behind him, which he probably should have put himself in the dry bag. So,
poor Matt.
Guys, please go over to Central Florida Bigfoot on YouTube. Matt is usually on Saturday nights. We've done some great stuff. And if you want to learn about using a gimbal.
Oh. Come on, raise your drinks, raise your glasses.
Using the cameras. So that's the new Lumix camera. It's not as big as the one professional stuff, because I still run my Nikon. But knowing your gear when you're out there and having the batteries, but having the ability to take that photo was just awesome. Mm-hmm. And he looked up and he goes, "You didn't?" Nope. Carrie, trying to get a screen bigger to see that again. Oh, maybe we'll just have to.
Carrie.
It's Central Florida Bigfoot. It would be this gentleman right here. Don't show that.
Well, man, he didn't show the picture. If he's smart, he's going to find something on you and he's going to post it.
He's probably got me snoring in the car. The Osmo.
Yeah, 3. That's old news. We all know what you sound like snoring. Yeah. By now, that's like old news.
So, but yeah, check out Matt's channel. But he's switching me over to cameras. I don't have permission to share on, but it just the videos that we were able to get while we were out there. I'm trying to find the alligators, like coming right at the boat, where literally the water looked like it was boiling.
Wow.
I'll have those for tomorrow. But again, bringing your game up a little bit and switching things out.
Didn't you almost lose a couple of digits to some baby alligators?
I didn't get close to too much, but when you get into a kid's kayak, so that is the rippling of the water. Those gators were right up nice and close. See, there's Matt after taking his nice swim. The water levels were down, so the gators were there all over.
No freaking way, man. No way.
Yeah. But having a good camera, he's the camera guy. There's stuff popping up. And like I said, there's gators all over the place. I kind of sunk the kayak I was in. Thank God I have a big dry bag to keep things. But if you watch the water over here boiling, it's not boiling. There's a gator fishing through here, and there's stuff jumping out, fish jumping out.
That's crazy.
So having a dry bag for when you flip your canoe or your kayak. They're jumping out of there because something's fishing underneath. So, and that was behind me.
No. Thank you, Johnny. Love you too.
So, but just being able to. Oh, there it's really bubbling there. Having a good flashlight.
Oh, that's my favorite blinding flashlight.
It is your favorite blinding flashlight. You haven't come across the new one yet. It really blinds you.
Lucky me. I can't wait.
Again, having the thermal camera. Here's another important thing. Again, this is a tiki. It's upside down.
What if you have bad eyesight like me and you can't even tell you have a tick?
That's
always been my seriously. That's always been like my biggest fear is like, how do you even know? Because they're so tiny. How do you even know you have one? And if you're checking on purpose, how do you know I know to look for it, but how do you know?
You have people you're with check, or that's a thing that we will ask our friends at Naked and Afraid, because they seem to get ticks where they're not supposed to have bugs. So when you have Mel, you can ask her how she checks for ticks.
Same as she does for White Russians. Gotcha.
All right. So Sheila would have preferred an airboat, just as a safety tool. I've been in the airboats when they've got stuck. We were on one trip and Captain thought he was going to be cool to grab a gator. He fell out of the boat and into the water.
Oh, God.
And he's hanging on to the end and can't get purchased. And he's going, Mama, Mama. And I'm like, okay, this is part of the show. He's joking because he's in the water and he's wet. And then I went, he's still got his cell phone. He's talking about Mama Gator. So we kind of dragged him back out of the boat. But
where was this? When?
Oh, in the Everglades a couple years back. Yeah. So always and get to know your flora and fauna. There's some great little cards that are out there that will help you look at that stuff and know what those things are. I can feel a tick crawl. Yeah, I had a tick on me once. It was the creepiest feeling ever, and it was a little tiny one.
Really?
Oh, that was a bad day. Anyway, I smelled like Sasquatch pheromone chips that were from the original Monster Quest from New York, so they're like 20 years old. Put it in the other thing. Hey.
All right.
Matt's business card.
What was that?
So there's Matt's business card. But yeah, there's some great little guides that are out there. They're in my other backpack that I took to Florida. But having those little items with you, having a notebook to write down what you see and what you hear when you're
or a recorder.
In a recorder. I went over the recorders. I got one here.
But you can use recorders to record what you hear and see, not just to try to get EVPs or sounds like of Mike snoring at night.
Yeah, well, people learn. UV flashlights. Again, duct tape. Lots of duct tape. And duct tape, again, those screwdrivers, those duct tapes are very important for paranormal, as well as what we're going to do for Bigfoot, because we want to make sure we have those items available to us. A cheap pair of gloves. These are like these nylon ones on one side, or the nitrile on one side, and open
serial
on the
killer
other.
kind of gloves. Gotcha.
Well, again, you're out doing your investigations, and it's the end of the season, and it's poison ivy time. You don't want to get poison ivy on your hands, and
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, thank you.
Yes, your last request to write down where you are and what ate you. And somebody actually sent me a really cool thing a couple of months ago that if your cell phone is getting to where it's running down, go to your voicemail message, change your voicemail message.
Oh, good idea.
To where you are. So when people call and your cell phone dies, they have that last will and testament on there, that whole
okay. That's a really
thing.
Good idea. Oh my God, I would never have thought of that.
Hey Matt, that's definitely for you with the Blair Witch thing. Go look at Matt's thing. He found some really creepy, and actually it was in Small Town Monsters, the Green Swamp episode that Alex put on, that they show the little creepy stick figure thing hanging from the tree, like Blair Witch stuff. So,
that's cool.
Hey Joe, hello! Don't forget, we are in Rochester this weekend, or we're in Geneseo for the Rochester Parafest this week. So come on down, talk some Bigfoot with us.
Come say hi. Sheila, the phone will die before I find the settings.
So again, and
learn your phone before you go.
and that's very important too. Get to know your gear before you get where you're gonna go. The stuff we do 90% of the time is in the dark. And knowing where your gear is, that's why all my backpacks are pretty much set up the same. The only difference is night gear and day gear. So I can find it. I have the same set of tourniquets in my bags. And getting to know how to use a tourniquet, very important. You fall through a floor in a haunted house, somebody, trips and falls on some pipe or something, or you fall on a stick. We'll be around all weekend.
Yepper.
So,
but it's also important. You need to know what you are capable of. You need to, it's the same on a paranormal investigation. You can't just go walking into a situation and, an environment that you don't know how you're going to react to certain things or certain situations or what you can already do. So, if you're going to go out in the woods, then test yourself. What knowledge do you have? If you have this situation or scenario, how would you react? How would you handle that? Are you prepared? Then that leads you to your supplies and your equipment. And on a paranormal investigation, same idea. Okay, are you gifted? Are you not gifted? What are you capable of? What's your faith? If you walk into something and all of a sudden there's an issue, how are you going to handle that? So know what you're capable of as well. And then again, also leads you to equipment, supplies, and so on. It's important. You can't just walk in and go, "Oh, wing it." It doesn't work that way.
And then I got to push the pink hair thing, but it's still very important when we look at where we're going and how we're doing things is documentation. We don't document enough. You can document with your audio recorder. You can document with your cell phone in your camera. But again, that notebook. But what are you documenting? Are you making sure to document what the weather is that day, the time something occurred, the direction that something is going to occur? Something I learned from the guys at Nestor years ago, they keep a weather radio with them. And even some of the, the different radios have a weather band on them. And if we are doing a paranormal investigation, it's very important to know those weather conditions or quote unquote UFO or UAP sighting. Are there is there a storm in that area? Do we have dry lightning? Do we have some kind of winter weather conditions with lightning? What are the moon phases? All that stuff is so important to document that stuff. And distances with the stuff. This is just a little teeny tiny tape measure, and anybody that stops out to see me this week, I'll really explain, marking things with the flags in Emily flags are buried in here somewhere. They're there. But the tactical Bigfoot, and I'm not pushing anybody's product, but Emily made these cool things. They're tactical Bigfoot research flags. Got little cool Sasquatches on them. I use a little different style flags, but it was nice that she came up with these after we had our conversation, because putting this down and then running a tape from it, we can see where things are. The same thing as if you are in that haunted house, you can put that flag or something down. Hey, I was standing in this point and you've marked it. Now you can walk it off and see, hey, go outside. And is there light? Have somebody go out and take a look. Is there light coming in? What we've got going for car traffic. Is there a shadow being cast by something else? When we talk about using the different light colors, we did that. You guys will see if you go back to the Star Clark videos when we went next door to the bank, running the different colors and even using the lasers and such, seeing what kind of junk is in the air. The dusts, the other stuff. I'm like, oh my God, we got an orb. Oh, well, you know what? Take a different color light and shine it in the room. And it's amazing how dirty these places are. So, did you wear a mask? Because they just went and did asbestos removal, and, shouldn't be trespassing anyway. But if those places are being renovated, what are they pulling out of the walls that you don't know, or the contractors are kind of getting through? Yes, getting acquainted with the area, terrain, geography, fire towers, extremely, extremely important. And you can go look at that stuff ahead of time with any of the major mapping search engines now, be it Bing or Google or whatever. That's a lot of stuff is out there. Those maps are available on a lot of government websites, including LiDAR now. But having those things, having a set of gloves, and for the folks of my generation out there, this is a 35 millimeter film canister. This is really good to keep your gloves inside so they don't get too, if you can even find one, or small container.
It's kind of small though. Like, what about just a Ziploc bag? How many gloves do you have in there?
I have 2 pairs of gloves in here, but I just hold on.
I know you need to conserve space when you're doing things like this too, but that's impressive. I mean, because having worked with them firsthand, in dental, that's.
Yep. Hang on one sec. Ooh, I'm going to be right back. Match. Yep. You can put matches in there.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
I have one other thing. I brought up the gloves and completely forgot about something I just got. So hang on one second.
Oh my gosh. He's 5. I swear he's 5. So, right? Another thing too, it's important when you guys are on investigations, whether it's a paranormal investigation or a Bigfoot or just any kind of investigation or outing, an event, especially if you don't know the area, you really need to listen to the guides and the people who are heading it up, and the group leaders, whatever the case is. It's really important because you have to remember too, as much as you have your own agenda and you want to be able to go and take pictures and do certain things because you just want to, especially if you're part of a group. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this just came up on another show tonight before ours, and I was listening in, and when you have large groups and the people, the team leaders, the group leaders are trying to keep everyone together. They know the safe areas to go. They know what is, safe and what's not, because they know the area, they know the terrain, they know the environment. when you start wandering off, when you start trying to sneak pictures or sneak this or do that, it came up that, it gets very frustrating for people to have to babysit others who are doing that all the time. And because you don't know if you're going to get hurt, it's just, you always have to be very, what's the word I need? What's the word I'm looking for, Mike? Vigilant.
Yes.
With what you're doing, but also humble enough to know that there are limits. It doesn't mean you can't eventually do more or go other places or expand out, but also really important to keep in mind, because if the team leaders, the group leads are always trying to round up the people who always just have to continuously go off on their own, it takes away from the experience with other people too. Okay, that's my lecture on that.
So, you were wondering about size. What are you going to do? So, they have these cool little things. They're little pouches. They have 2 pairs of gloves in them.
That's so weird. I thought I unmuted. Say it again.
I said, there's 2 pairs of gloves in this thin little pack. And then you get a big bag of them. So these fit perfect into your backpack for evidence collection.
And how many pairs are in there?
In here there was 100 pairs.
No, in one pack.
Oh, two in these. So 4 gloves. So, because you never know, you might want to put them in for evidence collection, and then you get big packages of tapes, and you get lots of tweezers. Again, to pull those splinters out.
Or ticks,
or to pull out the hair for the hair samples.
Yeah, to pick something up. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yes, you're not touching the poop, the scat. Excuse me, let's go professionally.
So if that's the case, then you need to have Clorox wipes with you so you can wipe the tips off, and then a garbage bag, a dry bag for garbage.
Plastic Ziploc baggie for your garbage.
Exactly. Okay, here you go, Michael.
Yes, I do. I actually have a set of the dust rest, the old style face masks. The step down from an N95. But yeah, I keep a stack of those. But now I've got some thin ones or something like that. But yeah, I always keep a mask around for being out there. When you asked about dry bags, so I'm not doing too much. I wasn't going to do product placement tonight, but we have these cool little bags that we putting together that have your notebook, that have your pen, that have that will have the gloves, that will have the tape measure, that will have everything that you need with your flags and everything else for your collection. So it's very important to have that stuff available. Again, collecting evidence, collecting that data is very important. But yes, I do carry a mask for dusty locations. We've been to a couple of places. Even some of those bigger named locations that everybody goes to. If they're doing any sort of renovations to bring things back, you don't know what's been in there. And so,
yeah,
there's a whole nother thing. I mean, I am not a botanist. I am not a biological weapons expert or anything like that. But, those old homes, what was growing in the walls, or what did they use to make the lath with? And sorry, Joe brought up going to Cuba for the bog, and all I thought was Cuba cheese, and sorry, just completely threw me off. So
I did too.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can go to the cheese shop.
But I just want to go. I want to make mac and cheese. That's a whole nother show.
Never do a show on an empty stomach. You know better than that. No. You don't really eat dinner before you go on too.
So, Joe, you threw me off, and I don't even have my gummy bears with me. Yeah.
Dude, these are Fruit Loop jelly beans. And when I say they taste just like Fruit Loops. It's disgusting. Like, actually, they're almost too sweet, which is unusual for me to even say. But oh
yes, yeah. And it is. It's very important.
Len,
we're talking about Cuba, New York.
Where's your wife? Where's your wife?
Yeah.
Every time you make a comment like that, she tends to walk into the room, right?
The cleaning product. Yeah, and the cleaning products. But again, these are the things that folks don't think about.
Right.
You know, like I said, the rubber gloves. I mean, that was a very important thing as we pulled up on that accident, and it was like, okay, I have my collection kits in the car, so I know I have rubber gloves. Again, somebody falls in your group, you have your gloves, you have a CPR mask, and again, that's the stuff people don't think about.
Yeah.
When they're going out there, knowing first aid, knowing CPR. I mean, you just never know. I mean, something scares the bejesus out of you. Is that the proper?
Or your partner takes off and just leaves you in the middle of the woods with nothing. You know, I mean,
that's what the Quick Clot's for after you get eaten by Bigfoot. I mean,
thank you. Yeah, he takes the bear spray, he takes the guns, he takes all the crap that he'd use to ward all that shit off. But otherwise,
Sheila, I need backup. You left her too. So
you just called. She did. She's like, sorry, I'm going this way. But actually, it was. Oh, wait a minute. It was still you first.
Yeah.
It was still you first. He's like, yeah, Gavin. But I'm not even going to try to deny it.
No.
Yeah.
But, I mean, those evidence flags are very important for things. You never know where you're going to need them or how to set them up ahead of time. And
no, we're talking about the first time when I said my guides wouldn't let me go up that hill and you guys took them up. You're like, well, I'm going because I'm drawn that way. Mike was already like, boom, gone up the hill.
I'm definitely seeing squirrels tonight or something like that. But again, marking something out. I just want to know where this acorn was. I put this down and I went looking for the nearest oak tree that goes around it. Make sure we didn't, miss something. But again, another thing using those flags that I just showed you guys are cheap and easy to make is throwing them out. Yeah. To know where doors or rooms, if you've already looked or searched in. That blue tape, I actually ended up giving to the police officers while we were down there so they could mark cars and figure where they're out. But you're like, the stuff you keep in your car, what is the other available option for things? I'm sitting here and didn't even think about, the other important things that you really need to take with you is having it, a really good knife to take with you. Training knives. You would think that I'm sitting in my knife desk that I would have it. Sheila, I have actually a painter's tape is at the end of the counter over there. So having a good knife. And again, we've got some of the X8 tactical ones there going around. CPR is 5 and 1 foot to chest. I don't know. I got CPR again tomorrow. So,
foot to chest. They changed it in like a 3-year period. This was almost 10 years ago already, but they changed it like twice in like 3 years. But the biggest thing with CPR is just keeping the heart going. You have to keep the heart going.
It depends if it's AHA or whatever. It's crazy. When I talked about the red, having a different glow sticks, there's also battery operated ones like these. Again, red and green, good to go. How are you going to go? You have
Sheila's going to make it. Oh, go ahead.
Joe has more blades than Wesley Snipes in Blade. I probably got you beat there. Within arm's reach.
You don't count. You do. You make them.
Yeah. But again, guys, I look at what you're taking with you. Recently, going out in the woods with some folks for a Bigfoot hunt in the Adirondacks. I watched a person carry like a really, really small, and I don't want to call it any name brand, but just a very, maybe like a 99-cent flashlight. No gloves, no hand warmers, no first aid kit, no compass, half charged battery on the cell phone to go out. And that's no way to go into the woods. Then that's somebody that had been out with us on different occasions and, not having that stuff.
Right.
Or but or going to that haunted house and just not checking the floors with lights and stuff like that before you go walking through the house. You don't know where the furniture is. But again, do you have a raincoat? Do you have those little items? So wow, that was a quick hour. Well, it's me. I can talk nonstop for hours and hours and hours.
Especially about stuff like this.
Yeah, and I just, I got to go back and start doing the Tactical Tuesday again, just to remind. But make sure you got the TP too. Always make sure you got the TP.
Well, and if you want to talk more, come visit us this weekend at Rochester Pearfest, and
that is true.
You can talk with Mike all weekend long about that.
I'm going to have gear.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some new special products that we've got out there for the weekend. So you never know when you're going to have to sage some shit. So part of my language.
Oh, isn't this a nice turn of events? Why are you turning red? So. Yes. Wow.
But it's a great event. And again, the proceeds are going to the Veterans Outreach of Rochester. And again, for those folks that are Western, come over to Western New York. There's Letchworth. It's got a beautiful gorge. There's a bunch of history, haunted locations. And as we do more and more deep dives into the area, there's some interesting things that are there. And again, the Avon Inn, we know that's haunted. Yes. We've done investigations there.
Oh, yes. And Sheila will be there. Come out and meet Sheila, too. Yes. She's amazing. Yes.
Meet this Sheila. Yes. So, and again, get up and see her at Star Clark. So, and that's another great area up there at the base of the Thousand Islands up there in Mexico, near to Philadelphia, where the cream cheese was started. And yes, we will screw you up there, Len, with Philadelphia cream cheese, which is in Philadelphia, New York, Cuba cheese, which is in Cuba, New York. So, and then we will stop in Chile for a garbage plate, which is actually spelled chili. So, we don't know how to do anything right in New York. Ooh, garbage plates. Garbage plates are a wonderful thing. So,
okay.
We're going to have to go for some garbage plates.
I mean, they're not bad, but they're not, I don't know.
That might have to happen. Garbage plates might have to happen because I think Denny's is closed. But come out, see everybody.
Really? No pancakes at 3 a.m.?
Well, no. Remember, COVID messed all this stuff up. I'm going to bring the fire log with me. Everybody can.
But it's fire log. Denny's. Who the hell shuts down a Denny's? Even though it's not my favorite place to go at 3 a.m., they're the only ones you got.
Gonna bring the fire log.
Oh yes. Ooh yes. Cool. All right.
But come on.
Good talk. We had a lot of information come out tonight. You did a very nice job. Good job.
Oh boy, make my head bigger than it is.
Well, I gotta compliment you once in a while. I can't always throw shots.
So
I try not to.
Come on out, Christy. Again, there's still tickets available for Christy's reading on Friday night at the Avon Inn.
I'll be giving private readings all weekend.
Yeah, so we got a table set up, so we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not going up there. All right. So it's a great event. Like I said, a lot of our former guests are there. The panels that we have are very great panels.
Yeah.
I think Chris is bringing Buddy the Doll.
Oh,
That's all we need is more creepy dolls floating around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your favorite thing in the world.
Dan Class will be there for, Haunted Hinsdale House.
The DeVilles will be there giving tattoos.
Oh, yeah, tattoos. There's a portable hyperbaric chamber. We've got a couple of Naked and Afraid folks coming in.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot.
Yes.
There's lots.
And it's historical Geneseo.
What happened to your light?
I hit the wrong button on the Roku and it switched.
Oh, Sheila, you're going to do that? Really? Oh, I forgot you were going to do that. Sheila's going to be working the door for my show.
Oh, now we're in trouble.
Yay. I can't wait.
There we go. There's some light coming back.
Awesome. Yes. Come on out. Call the Avon Inn. You can go to the link. Do you have the banner for the show with the links on them? Or for the event with the links on them?
I have this one. There we go. Let me turn that bottom banner off. There we go. RochesterParafest.org. So.
Yep. You can go there to purchase tickets ahead of time, or you can get them at the door, I believe, too.
Yep.
You can do that at the door.
Bigger here.
Yeah.
So that's there, but yeah, Teddy's got a Facebook page and the regular website page there. But again, we got Chance from Naked and Afraid. He's a great dude, former Army Ranger turned spiritualist, and he's a great guy to talk to. A Naked and Afraid guy. Cookie and Tim are going to be there. Tim's in the audience, I think, right now. We're going to be talking a little bit about UFOs and alien research.
Melanie.
We got some folks. It'll be fun.
It's going to be awesome.
Mike from Ghost to Shepherdstown.
And don't forget about all the vendors that'll be there too. You can do some shopping
great vendors.
Stacy Martin will be there. She's the owner of Urban's Edge. Really cool. She's actually the one who put on the event that I did a couple weeks ago in Pennsylvania at the 1812 Hoover House. That was amazing. And Pam and Steve Berry own that, and they will also be here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
Oh yeah, Scooby-Doo.
Yep. I want to say even maybe I heard Captain America. Captain American will be there too, I think.
Oh, Sean's coming?
I believe so. I think. Yeah, I think it's going to be him. I don't know. Listen,
well, somebody's
Captain America to you.
It's Captain America, but somebody's got to drive him, so Sean must be coming.
Yeah. Hi, Grandma.
Joe, I will be there every day, and then there's a celebrity meet and greet at Greater Lanes in Caledonia on Saturday. So, I mean, there's
Saturday night
stuff.
We will be there.
Buddy the Bigfoot. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on.
We're gonna be busy.
Yep.
It's gonna be a busy weekend. Fun.
Set in Stone from Geneseo, they're coming over to visit with us. They're at a haunted location across the street. So we got local vendors and everything else. So
yes.
All right.
Amazing. All right, everybody.
Goodness. We appreciate everybody. Please like, share, subscribe. Please hit those subscribe, share with your friends the YouTube channel, and Steve is coming. Steve, Kenny Irish, and I are all doing a panel. We're doing a Bigfoot panel on Saturday. And if Ray shows up, we're going to drag him up there too, talking about popping worry.
You only have an hour.
Yeah, I know. I'll just put him at the table. And we're gonna be going live. So make sure you're signed into YouTube because we'll be going live.
Yes.
On and off on Instagram and YouTube through the weekend. And I'll just be doing little interviews and talking to folks that are there. Yep. So
I'll be giving private readings too. So come on over and sign up for a private reading too. So during the days.
I'm mumbling. So
yes. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, we love all of you. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
2 weeks. We will see you. So in the meantime,
be safe
and sample on.
Sample on.
Good night.
Okay, where's my button? There it is.